All right, we are recording. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody just so that there's um, no back noise or anything. But thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I'm super excited to welcome our guest speaker tonight. And I know Polly mentioned this to all y'all. She had a meeting, which is why she couldn't be on tonight. But before I welcome our guest speaker, I want to do some quick housekeeping. First of all, we have these weekly region training calls. We are moving them to Sunday nights at 8:30 Eastern time. And we did that just so that more people can hop on and tune into them live. So make sure to put a reminder on your phone every single week. I just have mine as a recurring thing on my calendar. The second thing is GTC is sold out, but get yourself on the wait list immediately if you are not already. And everybody that's joining your team, tell them the same thing, because most people get off of the wait list, or at least last year they did, so they do not want to miss out. And then book your room. So if you haven't booked your room yet, make sure to do that. The MGM is sold out. Last time I checked, the MGM Park still had a few rooms left, so make sure to do that immediately. But yeah, so with our time change of this region call, we had some miscommunications with Braden. I know that y'all knew that she was training us tonight, so we are rescheduling that training soon. But in the meantime, we have a fabulous speaker. I'm so excited, y'all. Her and I met 2 years ago at GTC, and I knew from the second that I met her that she would absolutely blow it up in Arbonne. She is such a firecracker, and literally every person that she interacts with takes away so much energy because of the vibe she gives out. So please help me welcome Victoria Jones. She has been around Arbonne for actually 16 years, thanks to her mom. She's not been a consultant for 16 years, though, don't worry. But y'all, it's actually, this is so crazy. So we are all in Arbonne today because of her mom. So we are all in her mom's success line. I just think that that's so cool. So we're sidelines with Victoria. But so she officially began her business in September 2018. She promoted to district manager in 2 months and then area manager a month after that. Y'all, Arbonne is her full-time income now, and she is a firecracker and works her business like a business and with urgency every single day. And she has so much fun while doing it. And she has been listed as top in sponsoring and top in volume in Susan McCannon's Nation too many months in a row to count. I mean, every single month I look on there and it's like, Victoria Jones, Victoria Jones. So seriously, she is going to give you some golden nuggets tonight, so make sure to grab a pen and paper. And the last thing I wanted to mention is that she was awarded number 6 for top sponsoring area manager at Impact Training in Knoxville. That is a huge deal, y'all. So please help me welcome Victoria. I'm so grateful for you and your friendship, and that I get to do Arbonne and life alongside you.
I am so excited. Thank you so much for asking me. And yes, y'all, actually, Gabby, I have been a consultant for 16 years. I signed up when I was 6 years old. I'm kidding. But that would have been really funny. No, so I pretended that I was an Arbonne consultant, y'all. When my mom signed up, I was 6 years old, and I definitely took on the full thing. I pretended I was her when I would, most people were playing baby dolls and Barbies, and I was still doing that, but I was playing Arbonne too. I would pretend, put my makeup on. I told my friends that they were going to get a disease if they were using this certain type of lip gloss because it had chemicals in it, and it caused this huge thing. My mom had to apologize for me and everything. But that's what I was around all the time. That's what I was taught. And so yes, Arbonne was always when you hear everyone all the time say Arbonne wasn't my dream job, but it was mine. This was what I wanted to do. I knew I was going to do it, but I didn't know when. So it just kind of happened from there. But I'm just going to quickly get onto my notes, and hopefully y'all can still see me. Can y'all still see me? See? Oh, wait. Can you see me?
Yes.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I couldn't see y'all for a second. Anyways, so I have these bulleted points here, and I'm just going to go through my story with y'all to kind of give you an idea. So I started, actually, like I told y'all, my whole thing, I always wanted to do Arbonne, and then I started in college, actually complained, didn't stick with it, watched people promote on Instagram, and then I started again in college a few years later, complained, didn't stick with it, watched people promote on Instagram, and then I got my dream job right out of college, I got sick of going into work every day. That happened very early on. I was like, I don't want to do this whole 9 to 5 job every day. And then didn't love the whole boss situation. Also didn't like to ask off for work. Some of y'all can already relate to that, I know. And then I just remember vividly watching Erica Hanks, or for those of you that have been in Arbonne, you probably remember her as Erica Stovall. And so I remember watching her. She made this post that she was still in bed and she was so thankful for Arbonne. And I remember sitting at my job and I was like, wow, I wish I was still in bed right now. It sounds silly, but y'all, I just like love to sleep and I love to just like hang out in my bed. So I was like, I am so jealous. So I remember messaging her and I was like, I cannot wait for this to be me. And then I was like, what level did you quit your job at? And she said, I quit as an area manager, and I was an area manager at the time. And she was like, but you will know when it's time. Like, you'll know when you're ready. So I knew it wasn't the right time. So I just worked hard in silence. And that's something that I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about is, and I'll talk about that in a second, but I worked hard in silence. I took a lot of bathroom breaks to work my business. I didn't tell anyone. I listened to trainings on my long drive to work because I drove forever to get to Atlanta. And then I used my lunch breaks whenever I actually had them to either do reach outs. I got blocked from Instagram once. And so that was just because I was like on my lunch break copy and pasting. And I think that was like Instagram and Arbonne's way of saying, don't ever copy and paste messages to people. But that's like a whole different training for another time. So that's a major no-no. But anyways, I was constantly, using my hotspot for video calls in my car with potential consultants, signing up people, and just like working so hard. And when I would get home that night, it would be so late by the time I got home, but I would still work my Arbonne business as soon as I got home like a crazy person. Because I was just so obsessed with having that life that Erica Stovall, or I keep wanting to say Erica Stovall, Erica Hanks had. I wanted to have that life where she was just getting to, hang out in bed. I wanted that. So I worked for it. And that was my why at the time. And so then I actually switched jobs to work on the sales side at my current job. So I switched roles basically. I found out that Arbonne sales is way cooler than corporate sales. If you're in corporate sales, then you should know what I mean. But it's just because you have to help other people succeed if you want to succeed in Arbonne. And that's what I loved and craved so much. I went to GTC. That was my second that was my second time going to GTC. And then I quit my job after a week later after getting back because I knew my heart was with Arbonne. Like, I just remember sitting at my desk and being like, you know what? I'm making more than I'm making at my full-time job. I do not want to do this anymore. I want to do Arbonne full time. And now I just get to wake up when I wake up. I get to stay in bed if I want to, just like Erica I wake up with a smile on my face every single day, y'all. I'm not even kidding. I seriously think I do. I never dread a Monday on a Sunday. And it's just truly the best feeling ever. But now something that I wanted to talk to y'all about that Gabby asked me to speak about was working your business with urgency. And I hope that y'all can see that from the very beginning, that is what I've tried to do because I wanted an end goal so badly. So this is so important. And I always, this is like a total, sounds like a total joke, but it's really not. So there really is one secret to success in Arbonne. So y'all be ready to write this down if you want to. It's just one little secret. And it's literally work hard and don't quit. So I used to hear that all the time. And when I tell y'all, I cringed when people said that because I was like, okay, work hard and don't quit. Like, just give me the real stuff. Like, what did you really do to get so successful? And then they're like, I worked hard and I didn't quit. And I'm just rolling my eyes over here, But it truly is. There is no secret sauce in Arbonne other than doing the daily do's. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. And never quitting. And so now I'm just going to kind of get into some tips. But first thing, I just want y'all to know that no person is better than you. They just worked harder than you. And I'm speaking to myself here. No person is better than me. They just worked harder than me and more urgently than me. Okay, so some key tips to work in your business with urgency. This is just 5 tips, and I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. But do your daily dues. So this is not something you can skip over, because this is what gives you promotions. This is what's going to get you to RVP, MVP, ENVP, and so on. So this is an example, y'all. This week, I don't know if y'all are feeling like the Thanksgiving laziness or what, but I am. Like, I'm home right now with my family. They're all watching a Christmas movie. And I'm just like, you know what? I can put my work to the side. I can hang out, but I've been hanging out too much. That's the problem. Hanging out too much. And then I just forget to like actually do my daily dues, because, you know, I want to go shopping with my family. I want to do all the Thanksgiving stuff. Just like in everyday life, we always have an excuse of why we couldn't fit it in. But all of us can come up with some sort of hour to get our daily dues in. And so some of you might be like, okay, what's her daily dues? Like, what is it? So I'm thinking, like, when I say get your daily dues and set aside an hour, wake up earlier, go to bed later, whatever you have to do, like, do your reach outs. I do minimum 10 a day right now, because, well, mostly more, because I'm seriously trying to promote to RVP so badly. And so like 10 is like I have to, but really it's more. You know, get your follow-ups in. Don't, you know, wait around on people to reach out to you, because chances are they're not going to. You might get a few, but that's not going to be enough to help you promote. And so I'm getting my reach outs in. I'm doing my self-development. So if y'all aren't doing some sort of self-development, or you're skipping out on it, and I can say skipping out on it because I've skipped out on it so many times, so I'm guilty. But that's huge. Like, I wake up, first thing, I do my devotion. I'm not saying y'all have to do a devotion. I'm just saying that's what I do. I do my devotion. I love it so much. And then I do my journal, and I just write out everything. I get all my thoughts out. I hope no one ever reads my journal, but if they do, you know, whatever. And so get all my thoughts out. And then afterwards, I do 5 affirmations. Most of the time, they're the same as they were the day before, but that's just things that I need to hear again, and I need to tell myself. So usually your affirmations can be something you love about yourself, or something that you want to be. I'll be like, I am energetic, because do y'all not ever just feel tired sometimes, you know, just like tired, so you need to be energetic? Like, I will write that, no shame at all. And I am a regional vice president. My team will be a regional vice president by January 1st, 2020. I write that, and I put like a ton of exclamation points next to it, because I'm serious. That means it's serious on that one. And then visualization. I always have a visualization right there, and it's usually just like a little paragraph saying like what I see. Sometimes it has nothing to do with Arbonne, but it's like what Arbonne could give me. For example, I want to get married one day, not anytime soon. I just want one day. And I want to pay for my entire wedding, but I can't do that right now. I want Arbonne to do that for me. I want to pay for my bridesmaids, every little thing. And so I will write out all of what that would look like, and just visualize it. And so that's what I'm talking about with your self-development. Reading a book. I hope that all of y'all like reading more than me, but if you're like me, like, I truly struggle with it. I struggle. It's because I can't stay focused on it, and then I blame the book. Oh, the book is boring. I need to get a new book. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, it's you. It's me. It's me. I'm the problem here. Like, I need to sit down and finish my book. So I set my timer. I know that sounds silly, but I set my timer because I have to. And I read out loud. I have to read my book out loud. I set my timer for 20 minutes, you know, start small. And I get my books in, because you know how everyone says leaders are readers? I want to be a leader, and I want to lead with urgency. So I'm going to read my book, whether I want to or not. I listen to trainings every single day. If I haven't listened to a training, then my day is off. I feel like I haven't learned anything. I feel like All I've done is just, I feel like I've done my work, but something is missing there. You know what I mean? Like you did everything, but you're missing that one little thing. And it's just your self-development. You have to do the full thing. So I know that sounds like a lot. It sounds like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get that done in my day? But just like I explained earlier, like set aside a time for it. You don't have to do it all, right in that 1 hour. You can just take it step by step. Use your lunch breaks like I talked about. Use your drive on the way to work, even if you have to split the training up 30 minutes and 30 minutes. Listen to something while you're getting ready. And if you're like, what trainings do I listen to? Just ask. Somebody's actually waiting on, if somebody asked me, I'd be like, oh girl, I know exactly what I want you to listen to, like they're proud of those trainings because we love to share them. So just ask. And so then the next thing that I was going to talk about is, let's see. Okay. Don't let your location, like where you're at, deter you from working your business. So, when so-and-so says, oh my gosh, well, I'm from a small town and so just joined. They probably messaged all the people and then I'm going to message them again. I'm going to look so annoying. Don't worry about so-and-so. If you're so worried, then just, message that person and say, I don't know if anyone's ever told you about Arbonne, because the truth of the matter is that person that you're so worried about, if they've, started Arbonne, they probably aren't even working their business like you think they are. So I'm not saying to go around that person by any means, but I'm saying to definitely don't let that deter you. I know that that's been something that a lot of people on my team have struggled with, is just being from a small town and seeing other people doing it too, and then not wanting to. And then that's not leading with urgency. Leading with urgency is going for it anyways, and then asking them, has anyone told them about Arbonne? And not letting your location or your excuses or your fear or anything hold you back at all. And then number 3, when you're out in public, I have in my notes right here, just ask for the dang number. Okay, so I'm telling that to myself. When you're out in public, just ask for the number. Like, think about how a guy must feel. Like, this gives me so much respect for a guy when they go up and ask for your number, because that stuff is really hard, is it not? Like, we get so nervous. We're sitting there getting our nails done. We can't even get our nails done in peace because we're like, that girl next to me, she's so cute and friendly, but how do I ask her for her number, And we don't have to be weird about it. So listen, this is an example of how you can do this and how you can still enjoy getting your nails done without like freaking out, never wanting to go back to the nail salon again. So one day I was sitting at the nail salon and there was a girl next to me, and she was talking about some gym that she was going to and she was in a rush for. And I'd never heard of her gym before, but I pretended I had. And she said, I was like, so I really want to go to the name of her gym at the time. And I was like, what is it? Can you tell me more about it? And she's like, yeah, starts talking all about it. I knew she was passionate about it. And then I said, well, if I go to a class, like, let me get your number. And then there we have it. I never even talked about Arbonne. But here is the catch. You have to save their number as something that you will remember them by, because I forgot her name. So that is just an example to show you that is my mistake. The good part is that I went out of my way to ask her for her number. The bad part is that I didn't save her name as something that I would remember, just saved it as the name she gave me. And now I'm scrolling through my phone, trying to stalk the gym that she works at, just trying to find this woman, okay? So save their numbers, but always go out of your way to just talk to these people. It's just regular people. You don't have to worry so much about what they're going to think, but you have to lead with urgency, because I know that most of us on this call, we've seen someone in public and we're like, I really want to talk to them, but oh my gosh, they're going to think I'm a weirdo. So then we let it pass us by and then we beat ourselves up about it for the rest of the day. So maybe we just need to go up, get their number, and then we will feel so proud of ourselves. And chances are, you know what, they're never going to see us again. If they don't respond, oh well, at least we asked anyways. So you never know what can come of that. And then number 4, when you receive a message back from someone, when someone responds to you, respond to that person as fast as you possibly can. I know that there are times when, you have things going on and you can't respond, but if you're able, right there, respond to them, because we're in the people pleasing business. That's what Arbonne is. We're in this business to help other people. So we have to be at other people's service quite a lot. But you should see that as an honor. First of all, they're messaging you back. That's like amazing. And second of all, just respond to them as fast as you possibly can. But also really think out what you're going to say. That also comes with leading with urgency too. Don't just, write something super fast. You really need to think about it, but you need to respond as fast as you can. And then just be present. Number 5, be present with everything your team has going on. Leaders lead with urgency by showing up on team calls. Even if, you have to get on later, whatever you do, you show up for your team. Even if you have to lead from the front, lead by yourself, go first. Sometimes you don't have a team. And so that is okay. Leaders lead with urgency by showing up regardless of if you have a team or not, and not letting that deter you from moving forward. And I know, I'm going to wrap this up, but so here's a little bit about how we could use this time to build momentum. Y'all, Arbonne Black Friday, pre-Black Friday, not even the real Black Friday, was insane. Did y'all see where we did 20 million in sales in 48 hours? Holy moly. I'm sure the owners of Arbonne, the CEO, they were probably just having a major dance party, even though through all the chaos. I would be freaking out right now. But we're a part of that. We get to be a part of that. And I think that is so cool. But we need to use this as a way to build momentum for our own teams. So instead of just being a part of it and watching it and being so proud of your company, why don't you make your organization explode just like Arbonne has? Let your organization just take off just like Arbonne has. So some ways to do that, y'all. We had the Black Friday. Yeah, Blood Orange Fizz is sold out, but let's get creative. Let's do more. You have, the cinnamon roll protein. If y'all haven't gotten it yet, then get it. That way you can go ahead and show people some yummy treats. Make some cinnamon rolls with it. Do something that looks good. People are eating bad right now. Let's face it. They're eating bad. It's the holidays. So show them how to make a cinnamon roll that looks so unhealthy, but it's so good for you, And then also do these holiday cocktails. People are also, having them some drinks this time of the year. So just give the people what they want, basically. Give the people what they want. Post it. Put it out there. Have some holiday parties. This is an excuse to host a little fun holiday party. Get all dressed up and do whatever you want. Put on glitter outfits. Do whatever you want. Get people over to your house. Have a party. Yeah, it's going to take some effort on your end. Yeah, you're going to have to plan. But do it, because this can make your business grow like crazy. Use these products to explode your business. Message your clients. That's another thing. Don't feel bad either about messaging your consultant. So I know some of us are freaking out, oh my God, I don't want to want my consultant to think that I just want them to order because it will help me or something. No, they need products. Think of your consultants as clients too, because they need these products in their life, and you want them to get these deals while they can, because this stuff's going to be sold out. And I mean, I'm sure it's selling out while we're talking right now. And then the next thing that I was going to say, let's see. Okay, December was my team's biggest month to date. So sometimes, it's a little scary talking about December when we're still in November, but this is exciting. So December is when everyone wants to they want to get their 30-day programs because they want to get healthy for January. I'm telling y'all, that's 30-day programs galore. So you better be prepared, because it also means cha-ching, cha-ching, because that's when everybody is getting a 30-day. I sold the most 30-day programs I've ever sold in my life, and it was last December. Yeah, and I see you cracking up over there because And so What I'm saying is y'all be prepared. So get your list ready right now of anyone that has ever been interested in this program, and that just tell yourself these people will buy a 30-day in December. Like I promise y'all, they will. They'll come out of nowhere, but mark my words, they will be here. But they're not going to come out of nowhere if you don't do the work behind it. So you have to be reaching out to them still. They're not just going to reach out to you. Maybe some will, but you have to do the work. Have your list ready, be ready to go for it, but don't sleep on December and don't sleep on November either, because I'm telling y'all right now, we don't have sign-up fees. That's not going to happen again. The sign-up fees will go up. So you have to be urgent with that. You have to get these people on this month. People need holiday cash right now. So, this is a time when the business is so attractive right now. It's so attractive in December as well, but I'm telling y'all what's really attractive in December is the 30-day program. But right now, people need Christmas gifts, so think individual products. Like you can promote by selling a lot of individual products. It doesn't have to be a full set. People too right now are just wanting to join the business opportunity. So don't waste your November. Don't waste your December. And then the very last thing I'm going to talk to y'all about is sponsoring people. So I know that Gabby in the beginning mentioned that I've gotten the top sponsoring for, I don't know, whatever it was. And it's so exciting, but I'm going to tell y'all my biggest inspiration is Annie Graft. If y'all don't follow her, you should. She's awesome because the reason she's my biggest sponsoring inspiration, because she went MVP basically overnight, but it wasn't really overnight. What happened was she didn't boast about all of her accomplishments. No one even knew when she went RVP. She just did. And then she went MVP. She never knew what award she was winning because she didn't care. She sponsored people like crazy. I always say she sponsored through the haters, because she had a lot of people making fun of her. She already had a following, so she had people making rude memes about her. All sorts of stuff, but she sponsored anyways. And look where she's at right now, making well over $50,000 a month or so. And y'all, that's just because she did it. She led with urgency. She sponsored like a crazy person. And that's what you have to do. You have to continuously lead with the business, go for it full on out, never quit, never give up, and just sponsor through the haters. That's it. But Gabby, that's pretty much all I have.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, y'all. You're the best. I love you.
Vic, I love you.
Oh my gosh.
I love y'all.
But y'all, seriously, there were so many golden nuggets in there, and I was taking notes in a couple of things. Just to remember, yes, the 30 days is going to be huge in December, but people can purchase their 30 days healthy living kit before in November and get that $30 off or the $29 off. So there's a lot of people that do that every year. So just say, hey, even if you want to wait until the New Year's, or even if you want to just do a mini reset, you can get your 30-day kit now, and then you save a little bit. So that's an idea. Also, I love how you said that you worked in silence, because I think a lot of times we see all the social media highlights and we think, oh my gosh, they just we're lucky, or they just got this so easily, but really nobody does. And everybody is working to get to their next level. So, and then the other quick thing is, so I've had that problem before. I've lost people's names. I actually will, once they hand me my phone back, I hold it. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I screenshot it while they're not looking. So that's how I remember people's names on Instagram. And
that's what I should have done.
A little ding. But y'all, seriously, lead with the business, just like Victoria said, and just get into activity. And the lifeblood of your business is sponsoring, and that's why you need to follow people like Victoria and make sure that you're writing all these down and actually putting what she has taught you into practice every single day. So that's it for tonight, y'all. Lots of love. If you have any questions about where to find our daily dues that we have on our team website, or the list of personal development with all the podcasts and books and stuff, just let me know, let Polly know, let Yen know, whoever your area manager is. We would happily show you where that is. So thank you so much, everybody.